Hey everyone, I'm Captain Forrest Falcon, and welcome to a video that I'm making out for a special person who is Generation71, who's been having a tremendous amount of trouble fighting this plant boss, so I'm here to show him all my tips and tricks. So first of all, the steel ball comes down, I follow it every single step of the way I can. Except when blue fire comes down. Blue fire is the one that screws up my happiness train because now I can't follow the ball anymore. So as a result, I have to wait for it to shift phases so I can finish this guy off. And that's the first phase down with blue fire. So I'm going to try and show it a couple of times just to give you an idea of just how it can vary and different. But these are all sort of my successful attempts at doing it. Pretty much I just stand to the left side, fire at the ball, get some good damage in while I can. And occasionally you might actually finish him off in one cycle with blue fire. It all depends on your timing. You also have to make sure you're shooting this ball kind of at its peak, because if you shoot it while it's falling, you're not going to get a good, decent number of hits in. You have to time your jump so you're just sort of like going up with it, going down with it, and it all works out well. So let's see, yeah, this is one more time. I believe that this time I don't quite finish him off quite here. It takes me, yeah, because you see, sometimes if you don't get the angle quite right, you'll just miss it all. Oh, apparently that actually did work, I'm surprised. But now green is a little bit different. It can actually be one of the easier ones or one of the harder ones, depending upon where that green fireball falls down. Because, you know, the smaller ones, they're always going to home in on you. So you can play around with that. As you can see, I follow the ball and I find an opening for myself and make it through. Now, sometimes this isn't going to always work, in which case if the larger green fireball cuts you off, what you want to do is you just want to back off, stay in the corner, and wait for the phase to end. And one more important thing is, yeah, don't finish him off when he's in a transition phase. That is ideal. Now, red fire, this is one that it's very important to learn the strategy to, and that is that if you are directly next to the fireball where it makes impact, you will not get hit, ever. In this case, I had to back off because I wasn't able to get close to it, but here, as you can see, I got right next to it and was just able to maximally dodge it, thanks to the fact that it just goes around. What goes around comes around, and that fireball isn't going to hit me. Now, sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll just go through the floor like that, in which case your day is happy. So now let's cover the next phase, which is the sky phase. This is one that'll give everyone more trouble, but I'm going to hopefully show you sort of how I've actually got a pattern down for this. I say sort of because the last half here, like from this point here, it becomes a bit more improv, sort of. I say sort of just because I never really get this far usually. But pretty much what I like to do there at the end is go down and then left and such. I'll explain it better as I sort of get a few more looks at this. So step one, you start on the left and you go right. You want to be on the middle platform as it's coming down, just generally in the middle area, because that is the best place at the start to dodge the red fireballs. They'll never hit you in the middle. But after 2 volleys, you then want to go left, just stick with it, go all the way left for dodging the next fireball. So this strategy sort of covers how to dodge the first 3 fireball attacks that come down. Like, as you can see here, oh, that was not how you should do that at all. Don't even think about that. You want to have them pass above and below you, for your sake. Blue fireballs, they're actually a bit more risky just because of the fact that they're random, so you won't always be able to dodge them the way you planned, but sometimes you get lucky. But, yeah, I like to go between the fireballs rather than above them, and I guess it can be a bit tricky dodging that first one just because of the fact that you don't have one solid platform to go through, so you kind of have to do a few jumps to get it. And then I guess the next important thing to cover here is maximizing your damage on these steel balls. So those first 4 are kind of the most important. Like really, if you can get 4 shots on each of the 5, 4 to 3 shots, that should be able to take him out. If you're hitting him 3 times more than 4, then yeah, it's going to take a few more, but still. So Yeah, try not to do what I've done a couple times here, which is jumping over the red fire there. Because it is possible, but it's so damn risky that I don't like it at all. And yeah, as you can see here, if I don't finish him off in time, I try to stay on the bottom at first, and then I'll make my way back to the top left. And usually by that point, I'll have gotten enough shots on him to kill him off. Now this is a glitch that happens where he'll actually disappear, and you don't have to worry too much because he is actually still there. You just need to shoot the ball and hit him, and he'll reappear. And then you're just... This is just the same as everything else that was every other time. Oh boy, that was so risky. So freaking risky, dodging the blue. Now, as you can see, those green ones, they're constantly coming at you, homing in on you, but truth be told, by following my pattern that I made for myself there, I actually wasn't really worried too much about the green. Like, I was just dodging it when it possibly threatened me. Now this is, I'm just showing you a few times what will happen if you finish him off when he is entering his transition phase between attacks. So as you can see, I finish him off just as he was turning back to natural color, and it's an instant kill. There is no survival. And the same happens here. He'll be fully in just his neutral phase here, and I just kept on going to town, which was a mistake because... Chop, 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 chop! Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. So now just one more time, let's take it all the way from the top. So he comes down, being the big dick that he is, and just go to town on him. Wail away on that ball to just maximize damage. Stand right next to the red fireballs, you won't get hit. And then it's about halfway across the screen for the next opening that comes through. So that's first phase. You can get it done really quick if you're lucky in terms of what attacks he uses. Blue fire is usually the worst. As you can see there, go a bit further right if it's blue fire first time. Otherwise, if it's red, stay right in the middle. Stay right in the middle for the second attack, no matter what, and then just go all the way to left for the final one. Finish him off, you're done, and you've beaten this fucking awful boss. So, I hope you learned something, Generation 71. If not, well, heck, I've tried. I've shown you everything that I know how to do. I mean, in truth, I actually learned about how to actually properly fight this boss from watching your video, just because of the fact that you'd actually sort of, I don't know if deliberately or just practice or subconsciously, you'd actually found the really effective method for taking care of that second phase that I was using this entire battle. And as you can see, it actually, like, I'm sure as you could see from watching back on that video, it actually did almost work twice or 3 times in that video. Like, seriously, you should have beaten this boss by now. You have all the tools you need to beat this boss, and I have all the faith in the world that you'll be able to beat him. And, in fact, also beat the World 4 boss that I challenged you to. So, peace out, see you later.